He's my boy.
You see what happens if you try to push too much.
Yes, Pinky. We'll take over the world.
Very much is that. I don't remember a single episode of that show.
What? Pinky the Brain, Animaniacs.
I remember watching it. I just don't remember.
That's a travesty.
Like, what happens?
That is an absolute travesty, my man.
What the story is.
Well, they're laboratory mice, and their genes have been spliced, and they're Pinky. They're Pinky and the brain. Do you know what my favourite thing is? We've been live for a while now.
Oh. Well, thanks for letting me know, Steve. Well, thanks for letting me know. I could have been inviting people this whole time. I could have been inviting people.
I've got to get back off the floor.
Yeah.
I've got to get back off the floor.
Yeah. Look, there's a blanket. Yeah. You want the blanket?
I'm gonna.
The blanket?
Give me a minute. I'm gonna get back up.
The blanket?
Give me a minute. I'm
Oh,
gonna.
perfect. Log into Facebook to share.
Yeah.
Review whether we can process your data for ads.
Seems
fitting.
They've been spying on us, talking about them spying on us. No, this is me now.
Ah, there's no subscription option.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You can pay to not be the product.
I can pay to not be the product.
Yeah.
I'll even have I can have it free and have less personalized ads.
Yeah. It means that they'll resort to their no tracking based ads. Or less tracking based ads. I think you need to go back 4 inches. Look, we actually both fit.
I have the water. Alright. I'm just going to agree to this blindly. Because that's how I do things.
Welcome to Tired Men in Blankets. Thank you for joining us. That's all.
Thank you for coming. Copy event link.
There is a...
Join us. Oh wait, if you're hearing this, you already joined us.
That is true. That is how being tuned in is.
Invite friends.
I got to work out exactly where I'm going to cut this for the YouTube and Spotify repeats.
Wait.
Which I am super behind on.
How it is today? Okay, we're good.
What's today?
I was surprised that my dad was already invited somehow.
Was he?
Yeah, apparently.
Weird. Your father has self-invite capabilities. What a impressive legend he must be.
Mm-hmm.
Who gives a damn about us?
I'm looking for him.
I don't know, maybe these 6 people?
I'm invited, like, a whole lot of maybes.
Everyone's a maybe.
Ah, I was going through the suggested. It's like, yeah, these are a whole lot of maybes in this.
Yeah.
Like random people.
Your face. Well, I gave everyone a good 4 seconds notice that we were going live.
At least for, like, I would even roll it up to 6 seconds.
I'm pretty good at advance notice.
Yeah.
I actually feel terrible, guys. So I made the mistake of falling asleep at 4 AM again. And then I was up at 6 again.
I don't know how to tell you, Steve. That's not enough sleep.
It's fine.
But you know what helps?
More sleep.
Wine.
Oh.
As an alternative to sleep. And tonight, we have Grüne Veltliner from Mayam Fabplatz in Austria. Now, Grüne is the main grape variety of Austria. So this is their like golden stallion. This is the thing that they're known for.
Very excited. Is this alcohol or non-alcohol?
This is alcohol. You okay with that?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you okay with me not being awake by the end of the show?
Then it'll be snoring men in blankets. Where the show evolves, you know, from tired shooting the shit to tired men in blankets.
Oh, that's right. I've started literally the last 3 shows. I've introduced it as tired men in blankets, but it is shooting shit.
It is shooting shit, but tired men in blankets just sounds right.
Oh, so I don't know if we've got anyone joining us today, because I normally do tend to try and give you guys at least a couple of hours notice.
I invited some people, so maybe.
But basically, me and Jessy had some stuff to film. I changed the entire rig again. We've got this beautiful new lens. It looks really nice on here, actually.
And a TV.
Yeah.
Where we get to watch ourselves.
So I added a screen as like a monitor so I could see what was happening. But you see, the monitor told me a bit of a lie, because it acted like everything was still going. But in fact, it was doing nothing. So the camera filmed 29 minutes and 57 seconds, and then it actually stopped recording, and the monitor acted like nothing had changed. So I don't know how much of me and Jessy's work has been finished today, because I'm stupid. But I'm hoping that to some degree I can. There's a lot of repetition in the introductions. So I'm actually hoping, as much as it would be fun to have the joke, because I said I often edit bits of Jessy out and I just do the answer to cut into the window. So if I've got that bit in the recording, I will be recording at least 2 minutes with Jessy gone to make it look like I completely removed him from the scene just for a bit of fun. But if I don't have it, then it doesn't matter. The world will not end. But I do feel like a bit of a dumbass, because it didn't occur to me that the camera wasn't beeping when I was pressing record, and it wasn't beeping because it thought it was sending the sound to the monitor. The monitor had no sound because I didn't want feedback from the mic. So, stupid man.
It'd be good to have like a visual cue.
Yeah.
Like
a display. It's because I have the displays off because of when we're doing the shooting the shit show. We don't want that broadcast to people, but I need them on when we're recording the training things. But I forgot because I slept for 2 hours. You know, I've been doing entire.
Surprisingly functional for a guy that slept for 2 hours.
Yeah, but that's because I've done that for most of my life. This is.
So cheers.
Nazdravie.
Right. We're speaking English, but we're in the Czech Republic.
That's quite nice. I like that. There was a bit of energy from there, a bit of joy. Let's leave it a follow on migraine.
Yeah, careful with that joy, Steve.
Yeah, I'm used to not getting a lot of sleep, so I can function to a degree. What I probably would have done is I would have taken a nap at about 5, which is something I've had to do a couple of times this week, because, you know, rebuilding the entire ecosystem of Sh1t and restructuring the entire business and sorting out what domains we're doing and all this, it's been just so much.
Sounds like a lot.
It's pretty involved, and I'm too old for the involved.
What would help?
Money.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we've got the money to do all of the things we need to do, so money actually isn't really the answer.
Money is no longer the answer?
More money will be the answer. Coming soon, more money. But right now we're at an obstacle.
Season 2, more money.
We're at an obstacle that was created by having money, which I didn't calculate for, because it was unexpected. I don't do that.
You don't expect?
No, money.
You kept telling me. See, this is the thing. When people tell me I want this, it happens. And it can be a problem, because I know there's a guy that he came to me and he was saying, like, I'd really like to go to the gym, but they open at 7. Now? He goes to the gym because I got them to open at 6. So you kept telling me I need money. It happened.
All right. I need sleep.
All right. Well, you got a nice mattress.
I do.
So what would you need? And you got the crazy board.
The crazy board does help. The problem is there's been a lot of crazy to deal with.
So what else would help?
Oh, well, I reckon I'm probably going to go down after 2 hours no sleep, continuous work, and drinking wine. Probably going to do it. I'm definitely not doing any work tonight.
So when we go upstairs, brush teeth, go to bed.
Are you asking if we're skipping Bo tonight?
Yeah, I'm asking if we're skipping Bo tonight.
But he's Bo Yo. He's the greatest rapper ever.
He's great. We've seen Bo today.
We have. We've seen a bit of Watsky too. We could do with more Watsky.
We could always do with more, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
We can also do with less. I mean, you may have noticed while you were setting up, I was doing a little meditation.
Yeah, I saw you.
It was nice.
Mm.
Just breathing for a while. Because I thought, oh, I could diddle my phone, but I didn't have my phone. So I figured I'll just sit here perfectly still with my eyes closed.
It's good to escape the phone for a little bit.
He says, checking his phone.
All of my phones go ba-dee, 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 everywhere I turn. Oh, you know what's worse is Alison sent me like a flood of messages when we're recording, and I was like, what's worse is that's right next to the thing that does the sound. I could have clocked at that point we were already past the cutoff. That was the universe trying to say to me, go check the camera. Or install the camera app.
Camera app?
Yeah, because you can control the camera from your phone.
I feel like that's something that can be done now, Steve.
I'm doing it.
Okay, good.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because I keep...
Oh, wait, that means there's... Like, if you're doing stuff, that mees I gotta fill the dead air, which is, like, words and stuff. And...
Dead air.
Dead air, dead air.
Panasonic.
So...
GH.
While he's downloading that...
G81 wireless? I don't know what I'm doing.
I feel like there was gonna be some thoughts or something after that, and I was like, no, nothing. It's just...
I don't know what any of this is. I don't know which app it is. I might want to read the manual. There were too many answers to Panasonic app. Apparently, Panasonic make more than just my camera. Who would have thunk it? Oh. So I've been recording a lot of stuff for Snipe. Mostly lessons. It's kind of boring. But I did get the video site back online, which... Why would you call it boring? People who tune into Snipe don't care about tune to Snipe, tune to CKDS Radio, don't care about Snipe. Although, as I said, did you read any of the article I sent you about the origins?
No.
Do you know I started both projects from the same magazine?
Like, you read a magazine.
Issue 120 of .NET Magazine was where both of the first sparks of CKDS Radio.
Is that the one that I put a coffee cup on?
No, that was issue 2.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Issue 120 is in significantly worse shape. It's in bad shape. She's beaten up.
Because she's been...
Right. Yeah, it's like there's another one that's the complete web something manual. I can't remember what it's called because I'm just too tired. It's funny, isn't it? Because you can go from, what was it, about 5 hours ago, I was able to close my eyes and replay an entire conversation and give you the words said. And right now I'm like, I don't know who I am or what my book's called. So as the day goes on, it really does come apart. But something like the Complete Webmasters Toolbook or something like that. It's from the same company, Future Publishing. And that is absolutely destroyed because of how much I used it. We built our first email service on the back of something called SurgeMail on a home web server. But once you get about 15,000 people on a home web server, just before we were using data centers, it was literally on a PC at home. It fell over. And then I was fighting with the people at SurgeMail because I was like, I'm trying to reinstall like on an actual server. And despite the fact that I've got a license, I can't see any information about it. And I sent them all my transaction history and stuff, and they're like, can't find any evidence of that here. But you son of a bitch, you're going to try and make me pay $4,000 again. It was $4,000. The early days of Snipe were riddled with me getting ripped off.
I'm curious because I know I got a message, or actually, I don't know if it was a message, screenshot, or something about the meltdown this week.
Oh,
What happened?
I do not know. So there was a brief period for about 2 hours after we sent out a press release because we're trying to detach ourselves from an entity that is nothing to do with us. I sent out a press release about how we're actually a different entity and we're still going. And that press release went down the technical channels, and then all of the technical sites started calling us, and then people reading this website started going to us and stuff. And over the course of 2 hours, 1 billion sessions were opened on Snapsearch.net, which is roughly in that same window. Google had 1.6 billion. We suddenly hit hello Google levels, and it's never been at that level, so it wasn't prepared to scale for that level. So the entire thing just basically shut down. If you went to Snapsearch.net for the 4 hours that followed, they would say, "I don't have the memory," basically. Anyway, I've written a script called The Janitor. And he sweeps up the mess behind large traffic bundles to stop it happening again. I checked earlier, he's done a fantastic job. The site is now 99.7% smaller. And the load time is just boom. He's a good little janitor.
What does he do?
Do you really want the technical of the janitor?
In a way that I would understand it.
Every time somebody accesses a website, they leave data behind. It's not just about cookies on your machine. Your session data is left behind. There is page loads, searches, etc. that you've done that the website keeps some degree of track of, so it knows for analytics. The janitor goes, "This person hasn't done anything in 30 minutes. File that in long-term memory and get it out of here."
So it basically is like the brain has short-term memory, long-term memory. It just takes everything from short-term memory and stores it away.
It's like dreams. Just organizes things. He does a good job. I'm very pleased with him. I was actually nervous that I'd deploy him and he'd destroy the entire site. I wrote him in a bit of a rush. So if I'm going to deploy that and he's going to not know what's important and what's not, he's just going to start raising things all over the place. But no, he just he ran and he's running. And as of this morning, he's keeping the active session levels roughly 20,000 times lower than they were during that window.
How many sessions did you get during those 2 hours?
1 billion.
1 billion. Okay.
Yeah.
So you wrote an article and then had 1 billion
Yeah,
sessions.
because it wasn't just people. It was crawlers. It was websites scraping for information. It was AIs. It was everything. Because I pushed out this press release, and it went to every corner of the damn earth, which they always do. But something about this one made it was considered hot data. So everything jumped on it at once. It was fun for me.
Do you have any way of knowing how much of that was human, or not really?
I could use Cloudflare statistics to speculate.
Okay, but it'd be speculation.
It's speculation because, as you know, not only do we not super track, but I used a destructive purge to get the memory down. So on the server, I got rid of the sessions in a hard Linux command.
Like just,
I don't care.
Eliminate.
Just give me back the memory.
I'm picturing the little robot dudes from Doctor Who. Eliminate.
Exterminate.
Exterminate.
Exterminate. You're talking about a Dalek.
Dalek, yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
The robot dudes are the Cybermen, and they say delete.
They say delete.
Yeah, delete.
I mean, both kind of fit.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about the Dalek.
You were thinking the Daleks. I know. Yeah. In German, they say Exterminagen.
A Stumnagan.
It's so funny because in one of the episodes where they've conquered like Earth basically, and it flashes around to the Daleks everywhere, they are yelling the commands at people in their local language, which I think is very polite.
Yeah, it's polite. It helps. They don't all have the magical pen from the Doctor, Doctor Who that changes the language.
The sonic screwdriver.
Sonic screwdriver. Yeah. I can't do the actual thing.
How much Doctor Who have you watched?
Good amount. I watched it in a weird order. I started with the whale, and then watched forward, and then ran out, and then watched backwards.
Nobody human gets to talk to me today. That's the whale. When he thinks he's going to have to destroy the whale's higher brain function.
Mm.
And she goes to talk to him, and he yells at her, "Nobody human gets to talk to me today." So that was Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who I started with.
That is a strange place to jump in.
And I think I finished Matt Smith, and then I went backwards
to Tennant and then Eccleston, not Eccleston and Tennant.
I think I went by like the beginning of one Doctor, watched it forward, and then the beginning of another Doctor.
You did the whole Bad Wolf story in the wrong place.
Bad Wolf.
Right. See, Bad Wolf is implanting things from episode 1 of Eccleston, and it becomes a running theme for all of them.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of meaningless when you. There's a whole thing, even in the latest one. Not the latest one. The oh my god, I can't remember the older gentleman's name, and I feel so sorry for him now because he got shafted essentially. But in the crossover, the 50th anniversary, which had Smith, Tennant, and I can't remember his name.
It's okay.
There was also one of the sixth Doctor, I think.
The girl?
No, the 6th Doctor, as in from 30, 40 years ago.
Ah.
He was in it as the curator, but there was also the War Doctor, who we don't see much of, and even in that one, the Bad Wolf is in.
The War Doctor.
Yeah.
That's the one
that destroyed Gallifrey.
It's the one that destroyed Gallifrey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad Day.
Bad Day. I need to watch that. That's an episode or a season?
That's the 50th anniversary. So
Party?
Yeah, sort of, yeah. They roll out David Tennant for the anniversaries. they're jokes.
I'd like to watch that one.
It's such a good one. It's so good. I mean, Tennant is just fantastic. But do you remember the one where the Master aged David Tennant, made him really, really old?
It sounds familiar.
And he has him in a wheelchair. He's pushed him around singing, "I can't decide if you should live or die" by the Scissor Sisters. And people took that and turned it to a meme. And they're like, BBC rolling out David Tennant for the Doctor Who 100th anniversary. But Rose Tyler is going to be the next Doctor for some reason.
Rose Tyler?
The blonde woman who was in all of Eccleston, all of Tennant. Not all of Tennant. Most of Tennant? Yeah, most of Tennant.
I'm picturing a redhead.
That is Catherine Tate. That is Donna.
Donna, yeah.
That's Donna. She's the
one that...
Oi, Spaceman!
She's the one that dated the Roman.
Oh, no. That's different redhead. That's, what's wrong with... Amelia Pond.
Amelia Pond.
Yeah, Smith's redhead. Tennant's redhead was Catherine Tate.
Mm-hmm. Smith was the handsome one?
I don't know. It depends on your perspective of male attractiveness.
I was really hoping you'd fall for that one.
My auntie's favourite was Tennant.
Yeah.
He's in there. Got a full-size cut out of him. What made you think I'd say that Smith was the handsome one? You're going to try and lay a trap. You've got to lay it for the one I've got a life-size cutout of. No, I don't really look at the Doctors from the position of attractiveness.
No?
No.
Wait.
It doesn't really register. I like the stories. I like that Doctor Who started its time as something that could be used to teach various things from history. Then it became a fairly important sci-fi backbone. And then it became, much like Star Trek did, a thing that was designed to teach social progress. And then Disney purchased it and
made it better.
They double tapped, 2 in the head, 1 in the chest. I found the Disney one sort of offensive.
You found Disney offensive?
Highly offensive. Doctor Who has always been progressive, right? And you get a lot of people out there who say things like, "Oh, you've made it woke" and things like that. And those people. You know me. I'm pretty woke.
You're pretty woke, yeah.
Right. So you can imagine how they have to have messed this up so much that I found it offensive. Disney cast several non-binary characters. Okay, so that upset a great deal of the right wingers. What upset me is every non-binary character they cast as the villain. I found that sort of offensive. That actually one person who was trans, not non-binary, they cast as a hero. But that despite the fact that this person had transitioned from male to female, they were saying binary, non-binary. She's both. She's binary, non-binary. It's like, no, she's actually binary. She's switched from she's transitioned from male to female. She was very clear about her pronouns in the beginning of the episode. She is a she. So I feel like as much as you're using the non-binary to try and be progressive, her pronouns were expressed specifically as she, her, and you've disregarded them to try and make this non-binary positive character against your non-binary villain. But in reality, the villain was non-binary, the hero was not. And I think it came down to them trying to appeal to a group and not actually understanding the group. I think the intention was good of her character. I don't know how they managed to decide, the music master was non-binary and Meep was non-binary, and they made these people villains.
What do you mean by non-binary?
Non-binary is the category they them. People who don't necessarily conform entirely to male or entirely to female. Sometimes they feel like both, sometimes they feel like neither. They are not on either solid side of the switch. So he, him is binary male, she, her, binary female, they, them, non-binary. And I think it actually breaks into even more deeper, more complex groupings that I don't know enough to speak of.
But that clarifies it
for you.
For me.
From an entry level. Yeah, so from my perspective, she had identified as she, her, and then they were calling her non-binary at the end of the episode. And that annoyed me. And it annoyed me that Meep was one of the most vile villains going. He pretended to be nice and fluffy and then was horrific. And I was like, that is exactly what every right-wing conservative American says about trans people. And that annoyed me. So the viewing figures were just getting worse and worse and worse because, the left were upset by misrepresentation and the right were upset by the fact there was any. And then
it's a really good way to piss everyone off.
It was pretty successful. They managed to annoy most people, which is a shame because the guy who was the main role, the Doctor, Sh1t, he was a fantastic performer. So much energy. He really did embody a Doctor. and they gave him these stories that came from a position of not understanding the people they were trying to appeal to. And then the ratings sucked. So they did a regeneration. They've regenerated him into Rose Tyler because everybody loves the actress. And then Disney turned around to the BBC and went, well, we're not going to renew with you because the numbers weren't really what we were expecting. We thought it was more popular than this. It's like, it was. The issue was you. You took a show that for 60 years had nothing but a dedicated a fan base, and then you went, rah.
So it's still Disney, or
No, Disney have terminated the contract and essentially blamed BBC for the IP. If somebody's successful and you touch it, it goes to garbage, it's probably you.
although I like what they've done with the Marvelverse.
Oh, I think it's become bloated and inconsistent, and there's so many continuity errors. I struggle to watch it anymore.
I avoid the shows.
I avoid the movies now.
I like the movies because the movies is like I feel like I can keep on top of it.
I checked out about Infinity War. I watched Infinity War. I watched Endgame. And they were awful. Just awful. The plot holes, the continuity, it just drove me crazy.
Have you seen Fantastic Four? Or I guess not.
The new Fantastic Four?
The
I've
new
watched it with the children just because I'm checked out from it emotionally and I think they're terribly made now. It doesn't mean I don't watch the things with the kids. The kids still like it.
I like Fantastic Four.
It wasn't super memorable.
There was one scene that was really memorable for me, and it's probably because of the circles or the learnings that I've been doing lately.
Right. I was it's the same from the film because I don't remember this at all.
The what?
I say it's the same from the film because I don't remember this at all.
No, the scene was when the power went out.
No.
The rock guy was shaving his beard.
Oh, with the angle grinder.
With the angle grinder. And then they met in the hallway. And the one guy made fun of him at first, like, what happened to you? And then it's like, power went out. Oh. Looks good. And it's like, it immediately recognized that he offended.
Yeah.
And then corrected. And that side of it, I really liked.
That was Johnny.
That was Johnny.
Yeah. But I prefer Chris Evans.
I mean, it's Chris Evans.
Chris Evans was the definitive, and I loved it in Deadpool versus Wolverine, where do you not remember Deadpool versus Wolverine?
I remember it. I'm trying to picture.
All the characters in Deadpool versus Wolverine were not typically pulled from the mainstream Marvel universe. They were either the background creators or they were the ones from the terminated universes. So Chris Evans appeared, and when he jumped down and he was wearing the thing, Deadpool thought it was going to be Captain America, and he pulls off the thing and it's flag on. Yeah?
Yeah.
Johnny's got such a potty mouth. Did you see the cutscene?
Cutscene?
Yeah, so Marvel always have post-credit scenes.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and the whole thing where Deadpool had been saying Johnny had said all these things about Cassandra, and he was like, I never said any of this. And then in the cutscene, they show them being taken to the prison, and Johnny genuinely said all of that stuff about her. It was so good. Like during that whole scene, you think it's Deadpool being Deadpool, making stuff up, trying to be antagonistic, but he was verbatim saying stuff that Johnny had said. It was so good. And the whole thing with Blade, that was so good. Because when Deadpool meets Blade, and Deadpool's talking, and Blade goes, I don't like you. And Deadpool goes, you never did. Do you know what that's about?
No.
Ryan Reynolds was in one of the Blade movies with Wesley Snipes. And Wesley Snipes hated him. Because he basically was like, he never shuts up. He always wants to be the centre of attention. He's really irritating. It's especially problematic because they're both sort of method actors, which means Wesley Snipes was always on set in Blade mode, which is broody and angry and quiet, and Ryan Reynolds' character was a Ryan Reynolds character. He was talking and chirpy and annoying. So when they're not shooting, Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes are in character. Ryan's right up in his face being super annoying. So Wesley hated him. So he thought it'd be funny when he called him in and did that line. I don't like you. You never did. And the line he wrote for him was like, there'll only ever be one blade. And Ryan's like, nobody tell him. Because at the time they were supposed to be making a new blade.
Mm.
And then we didn't need to tell him because it got cancelled.
They cancelled the new blade.
Yeah. And then it got put back on and it got cancelled. And I don't know where it is now. But there were petitions to get other things. Because there was...
Do petitions work?
Sometimes. For instance, there was a petition to get a film made called Deadpool. That was quite successful. And the studio made billions out of that. So
I feel like that was very heavily Ryan Reynolds pushed.
Right. I don't...
him really wanting to make...
Have you not seen the interview?
No.
So he went to the studios because he'd played Deadpool in the Wolverine movie and he hated the version of Deadpool in it. And he was like, I want to make a Deadpool movie. And they were like, no. And he's like, come on, let me at least make a teaser and you tell me what you think. And they're like, and eventually, because he's quite annoyed, they just went, sure, here's a ridiculously small amount of money. Good luck. And then he called in every favour he had in Hollywood and made this like amazing intro. The opening sequence with the cars, yeah, that was the teaser that he made. He got all his friends to help and did it inside the budget. And he presented it to the studio. I don't even know if they even watched it, but they went, well, cool, no. Basically what happened. Then somebody leaked it on the internet. And to this day, it's a mystery who. And then the fans were screaming to get it made. But who could it be? The most he's ever said in an interview, like, because years later, people, because obviously it's a leak of an IP, it's something you can face a huge repercussions from the studio from. If they could prove it was you, you'd probably never work for the studio again, not to mention the amount of money you have to pay. It doesn't matter that they made money back, because the fact that you got away with breaching the contract means that other people might try it. So they have to set an example. So to this day, he's never confessed, right? But in one interview, I saw him say there was like 3 or 4 people who had access to it on the high level. And in one interview, he did say something like, well, I'll tell you the truth, it was one of us 4. So they know it's one of them.
I mean, it has to be.
Yeah. Well, other people can get access to things. It happens. They would say, yeah, it was actually one of us 4 who were involved at the top. Which was quite funny. It's and there's a whole thing as well with the suits. You know, the super suits they wear in the films. They're the property of the studio. And I think Ben Affleck asked about his Batman suit, and the studio told him how much it would cost to keep the suit, and he said no. And at the end of shooting Deadpool 1, if I remember rightly, Ryan Reynolds was walking off the suit, and they were like, "That's got to be returned." He was like, "Yeah, get fucked, get left." He quite liked it. I do love him. He's a character. He's had a lot of bad press recently because of this run-in with the guy that his wife worked with, but I don't care.
I don't pay attention to the press.
It's...
Although, I want to say congratulations, Steve.
On what?
When we were sitting upstairs in these chairs that we somehow got down here, I had some time. And I haven't used social media for a couple of years now, and my instinct was to open Snipe Social.
It's because it brings the joy.
It brings the joy.
It does bring the joy,
and none of the bullshit.
The thing is, I'm really careful not to open it because I do, like, I'll be like, I need to do something on Snipe Social. I'll go and do something, and I'll be like, and I'll start scrolling and go, oh, no, wait. I'll only be able to see the memes once. Otherwise, I have to go to a different page. Stop. Slow down, Steve. Read everything that's on the page before you move on.
Savor the meme.
Take the time.
It's
funny. So yeah. I'm careful because I can be on there for ages. I can sit in that corner if I go on the page and I don't have something like super important. I could be sitting there for ages scrolling, just laughing my ass off. It is nice. It is so nice to be able to scroll down a social feed and not be angry every 3 seconds or depressed. It's pleasant.
It's pleasant.
Toot's fairly pleasant as well. It's slightly more third
So
party.
do you only look at the meme page?
I mostly look at the meme page.
What's that meme page?
I mostly look at the meme page.
And Jessy.
And Jessy.
It's like memes and Jessy.
Memes and Jessy. I engage in Jessy a little bit. On Toot, I look more at the news.
On Toot?
Yeah, Toot. Snipe Search Toot. It's our Mastodon instance. I will look at the news on there.
I have no idea. Like I opened it once. I have no idea how it works, and I just left.
Yeah, it's like Twitter, but a little nicer. That's all. Diaspora I mostly just use for promotions because it's not super active the way Diaspora works. However, since rebuilding Snipe Search Music and redoing, because we used to have VidCrypt was our video site, but I shut it down like 10 years ago. But I decided I was going to redo the video site because Snipe Search Clicks has vast. And I was like, I'm not going to do VidCrypt. I'm going to go all in on the brand because I'm trying to really push the brand. So I went Snipe Search.video. And for the last, I don't know, couple of weeks, if I've been listening to music, I've been listening to it on Snipe Search Music. And if I've been watching video, I have been watching it on Snipe Search Video. The nature of the way those two are designed is very pleasant. You know, especially on Snipe Search Music, to be able to sit there and just listen for hours on end without an interruption of an advert and not have to pay $9.99 a month for the privilege. I mean, I'm obviously paying more than $9.99 a month because I run the whole service, but it's already on for you to use, so I look at it as not an additional expenditure. What's up?
Interesting.
But it's justified if people are using it. People have been popping in and out all through this, by the way. Nobody's spoken. Or it's not updating again. I can see the little viewer count going.
So people are coming.
People are coming.
Hello, welcome.
But I've decided to stop yelling at them to say something because last time I did that, it turned out they all had been.
See?
And that everything on my screen is just meaningless.
But you actually we're looking at a screen of us, and it's basically looking at a mirror.
It's nice because it shows that it's in focus. That new lens, Jesse, look at it. It's beautiful.
It's really nice.
It is a really nice lens. I think that video that I didn't get all of that we filmed earlier is probably going to look very nice. The only thing that would have made it better is if I'd caught the whole thing.
I really hope that you caught. Sometimes I just edit Jessy out and then disappear for the rest
because I will Thanos you away if it's there just for the chuckles of it. Yeah. Reality can be quite disappointing. Oh, everyone's so not talky.
It happens.
Well,
this wine makes me think of, because this is the last winery I worked at, and this is like the flagship. So it reminds me of those times. Tried a lot of this wine. A lot of going to tank. And actually, you sent me a meme the other day of like tasting wine. It's not that far off.
Oh, from a little bit of Friar Loring.
I have no idea what that is, but yeah.
That's what the clip was from.
Yeah.
Cat piss, dog piss. Oh, they're both cat piss. Oh, no, it's a trick, isn't it? They're both whites. Oh, don't show anyone that.
There is actually like New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc is known as cat pee on there's one that was called cat's pee on a gooseberry bush because it tastes or it smells like cat's pee on gooseberries.
What, and they've chosen that as their name, or is it just inside the industry? Like,
No, it's the name on the bottle that you
That-
buy at the store.
that
Cat's
is-
pee on a gooseberry
that
bush.
is an unusual behaviour.
Like you said, confuse them.
That would confuse me. I imagine I wouldn't be huge on buying
Cat's pee
cat's
on a
pee on a
gooseberry
gooseberry
bush.
bush. Yeah, I'd probably be like, I might avoid that one. I like my wine to be a little less pissy.
You'd like your wine to be less pissy.
Mm.
I
Or
can see that.
just, I really hate that they don't just take my money when they're supposed to. It makes me think I have money that I don't have. Congratulations, your AliExpress cashback has been confirmed. That's great.
Well done.
Thanks. It annoys me because with Honey, I used to go shopping and I'd get my cash back and I'd go and shop. I'd get Amazon Germany vouchers and shop on Amazon Germany, but Amazon Germany are no longer part of the program. So, what now, fuckers?
I don't know what else you can use it for.
Neither do I. No, nothing I'm interested
what?
in right now. Yeah, a little bit.
This is CKDS radio.
Yeah, you got to be drinking more. Yeah.
There you go.
I might steal a bottle of wine.
Do what you gotta do.
On Sunday.
Right, Sunday's Easter.
Yeah.
Saturday's my birthday.
Oh, it's 35.
34.
34.
Yeah.
Then you lied to me earlier. I said, how old are you? You said 34. You weren't 34.
Yeah, Monica rounded up because I'm 34 in 2 days.
Well, don't lie to me because then you make me look wrong. And all it comes down to is it's the foundation of a lie. How can I be expected to have correct information when the information given to me is false? 34.
Yeah, you just have to accept sometimes that you will be wrong.
I'm not keen on that premise.
I know. We'll get there.
No. I'm 40. Yep, sounds right. I'm 40 years old. I haven't got there yet. I sometimes accept that there is a thing that you want to achieve. And for me, that's being okay with not knowing the answer. And I hope that
So it's taken you 40 years to accept not knowing.
No. It's taken me 40 years to accept that I'll never accept. Just got to come to terms with that. And hope that there's no truth to the idea if somebody can't move on if there's unfinished business, because then I'm buggered. I mean, I'm fairly certain there's no such thing as an afterlife, so that's not a huge concern, but just in case there is, I don't really want to be trapped here until I know everything. That could take ages.
It will.
Yeah, not feeling that.
But it's only, you'll know everything about what you want to know. So you'll probably never know the nope, just going to skip that word. The details of winemaking.
No, see, it doesn't work like that, because the rails move.
So maybe you'll get into winemaking.
Well, I've got into winemaking before, just not well.
Because for me, especially because I spend so much time looking at them under a microscope, like I can picture yeast replicating.
You know, we when we went to the science thing, there was like, can you identify these things under a microscope? I remember because yeast was one of them, and I was actually able to identify everything that was under the microscope.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
It's not usual.
Yeah. And they were like, and the funny thing is, she turned around and she goes, and most people don't realise how much can grow on their kitchen sponge. I was like, if anything goes near my sponge that shouldn't go near the sponge, it gets thrown away. And I sprayed it with bleach before I left.
I know. I saw you today throw out a sponge because a cat was near it.
Yes. I have quite retentive about it.
You very much abide by, because I know you trained as a chef, so it's like you very much abide by the rules.
Right,
what is it about rice?
What is it about rice?
Yeah.
Can you be more specific with that question?
No.
Well, I don't. I trained as a cook for a start. I wasn't chef level. I was cook level.
And to be more specific and not be a dick, someone told me that rice is a safety hazard.
Well, anything's a safety hazard if you're not prepared, stored, or organised correctly. But I'd have to know something more specific. I don't know of any huge thing with rice that is different to anything else, because you can get parasites in it, you can get insects, you can get eggs, but you can get that in flour. Like my flour actually does have mite larvae in it when you buy it. So I wouldn't know specifically.
Interesting.
What?
Because I worked with a cook in New Zealand. Actually, she was from Wales, so it's
Yeah.
the same like universe as you.
Mm.
And she said there is quite like rice is one of the foods that is most prone for foodborne illness.
Well, as I say, it can have parasites in it like anything else. But one of the most likely things to actually give you food poisoning is actually salad.
Salad.
Salad, yeah, that's your largest contender of issues.
Also for sulfites.
Mm.
Although, like, wine gets a bad rap because the bottle has to say contains sulfites. If you look at the actual quantity,
Yeah, it's
salad bar has so much more. They just spray that shit everywhere.
Um, it's a common kitchen myth that meat is the only high risk food factor. No, I don't agree with this. But
Good start.
rice is a major culprit for food poisoning if not handled correctly.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I got food poisoning from rice once.
Let's say what makes it Bacillus cerealis is naturally found in soil and can contaminate rice when it's growing. As I said, you can find parasites and spores in them. Unlike many bacteria, the spores can survive the boiling process. If the rice is left sitting at room temperature after cooking, these spores can wake up, germinate, and multiply. As they multiply, they produce toxins. One specific toxin is heat stable, meaning even if you fry the rice again till it's piping hot, the poison remains active.
So, the type of infection or the bacteria, call it
the particular type of
parasite.
Bacterium.
It is bacteria. So the bacterium that infests rice survives the cooking process, and then the toxin that it produces, even if you recook the rice, that toxin stays. So it's basically if the rice is contaminated, it stays contaminated.
Yeah, but I mean, this can be true with various versions of seafood and pork.
But that's meat. Meat is generally seen as danger zone, versus, from my perspective, I've never thought of like pasta or wheat based foods as potentially hazardous.
Yeah, no. See, this is the thing. They're not, and rice is not. You see, here's the thing. So that gave the big red alert that your person told you.
Yeah.
And it was like you shouldn't leave. It says, oh, you shouldn't leave rice this long because of this. But when you're cooking most Asian dishes, you actually should leave your rice for at least a day. Okay.
But in the fridge.
Yeah, not necessarily on the side, but you can't put something in the fridge till it's room temperature anyway.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because you'll set up thermal triggers in the fridge, and the fridge will over compensate, and then you'll freeze things in the fridge, and they'll get frostbitten and damaged. Like an onion can make you sick if you let it get too cold.
I missed the first part of that.
Your fridge has got a thermometer in it.
Yeah.
If you put something hot in there, it's going to turn all of the cooling up, and everything else in the fridge is going to get frostbitten. You never put something hot in the fridge.
My wife keeps telling me that, but I didn't know why.
Okay, well, that's why. So, when you get down to the skinny of it, is...
The skinny of it?
Yeah. The frequency of actual infection is incredibly low.
I think I got one.
Compared to how often people actually eat rice.
But that... Realistically here, there's just so many people eating rice. And eating it well.
Yeah, so this person saying, oh, it's a huge risk factor. It's not a huge risk factor. it's a teeny, 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 tiny risk factor.
It's a huge risk factor if not treated properly. Most people treat it properly. I
But
think
everything is a huge risk factor when not treated properly.
yeah, I got sick from it because let's say in the middle of summer I brought a rice dish to on a work day. It was chilling my bag all day, and then after soaking in its juices for a while, I had it.
Yeah, that's not super.
No,
No.
and the result was not
And
great.
I imagine that the rice is not the only thing in your dish. It would pretty egg fried or prawn fried or
It was vegan.
vegan. So it's got vegetables in it.
Yeah, but vegetables are fine.
No, literally, they're not. The veg and the salad are actually a higher frequency risk factor than meat.
Where does the salmonella come from in the salad?
So the risk in salad comes down to the belief there isn't a risk. So the salads are often stored on surfaces or on sides in restaurants because they're considered low risk. As a result, they get contaminated with other things, and at room temperature, bacteria multiplies on them very quickly. It's a huge risk factor.
But it's not the ingredients of the salad; it's the cross contamination.
It's the cross contamination.
Yeah.
Because salmonella isn't native to salad. There are other things you can get from salad, but salmonella isn't.
Yeah, it's more like someone was playing with chicken. They play with the salad, and then salmonella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although typically, people wouldn't normally go from chicken to salad.
Generally.
Not if you're doing your job right, but that's my point. It comes down to anything that is handled properly, improperly, can cause you problems. So, for example, with your rice, yeah, 0.001% contamination rate, yeah, whereas salad, 5% E. coli and Staphylococcus infections, and they are native to salads.
E. coli. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that makes sense because the field would be sprayed with manure, and then some of the manure would have E. coli, and then if you don't wash the salad properly, it's
In Jesus Christ, in large scale data, the kebab combination causes significantly more hospitalization than rice.
the kebab.
Yeah, so kebab houses are notorious for salad being under a lamp. So your risk of like if you go to a kebab house when you're drunk, people are like, oh, that shit you eat you shouldn't be eating. Have the meat. Do not have the salad. The meat is designed to be stored like that. The salad's not. So you've got up to a 20% risk of experiencing illness from the salad at a kebab shop, and almost no chance of the meat making you ill.
No, because the meat is like crisp.
Yeah. So when you go for a drunken kebab at night, you should have just the meat and the pita, and if you want, maybe some onion, because warm onion is actually fairly acidic and not prone to carrying anything that will make you sick. So the salad.
I mean, generally speaking, I don't think I've ever been sick from kebab.
Yeah, but you're infinitely more likely to be sick from a kebab than rice.
I can believe that.
Yeah. So, whilst obviously she is correct in the idea that the bacteria that lives in rice can be significantly more problematic than the bacteria in other particular staples, the prevalence of it is extremely low. So rice isn't a huge factor. Cook it, let it cool to room temperature, put it in the fridge, refry it within a day or two.
And don't wash your chicken.
Where's this come from, by the way? Why are people doing this?
I don't know.
Why are people washing chicken?
I don't know why they're washing chicken. They think it's better, and it's just like bacteria. Let's splash it everywhere because it helped. No,
Why are
it
people
just
washing chicken?
it just contaminates everything. The sink, everything.
I can't process it.
No.
I mean, objectively, chicken is.
There's definitely some cooking show at some point that was like, and now we need to wash the chicken. I was like, no, you don't. You shouldn't. You really don't need to do it.
The kind of bacteria you can be putting on the chicken with your tap water.
I mean, that's irrelevant because the chicken will be cooked, but the bacteria from the chicken contaminating your sink and everything around.
But that's not irrelevant. Tap water has its own array of risk factors. You're increasing risk factor unnecessarily.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
But, you know, people do what people do.
And also, rinsing the outside of a chicken is not going to change much.
Yeah, if the chicken has an infection, it's in there.
It's in there. Yeah. It's like...
That being said, though, you should wash your rice, but I wash my rice with mineral water. I don't use the tap water.
You don't trust your tap water.
I don't trust any tap water, but yeah, no, I significantly don't trust mine.
I would like to get mine tested at some point.
Yeah.
I drink it.
It's what makes me laugh. I said this during COVID. Everyone was going, oh, you know, you get the vaccine, the government are trying to do this, that, and the other. I was like, they control your tap water. You drink that just fine. I don't think they've shut down the entire economy just to trick you into getting a vaccine when they could have very quietly poisoned you at home.
No,
there is no reason or rationale to your particular conspiracy.
I was in New Zealand and they shut down twice. Once to get rid of COVID and once to help me leave the country. I mean, I'm not egocentric.
It does sound very specific.
In this regard, but it happened that way. And there's a guy named Arnold in Australia. No, he was the guy named Arnold in Australia helped me a lot during this process. There's someone in Austria, different country. One has kangaroos, the other doesn't.
They've got fridge magnets about that in the Austria.
They
airport,
do.
Yeah.
It happened a lot. There's slight tangent. There's also someone that flew to Sydney, Canada.
Oh.
Instead of Sydney, Australia.
Oh, that must have been
in the dead of winter.
Oh.
Thinking they were going to Australian summer and then seeing Canadian winter. So unfortunate for that person.
He's dead now. Dear Lord.
Yeah, when I was trying to leave New Zealand, it was because I was there over the whole like COVID shabamble. And it was proving to be difficult because I needed to go to Australia to get a visa or to get something done with my passport. And it wasn't really an option. Like international travel is difficult.
So you swam.
I was in communication, and then eventually I found something like, okay, I can go to an office. I need to go there. But I sent an email like, hey, could I just like go to the embassy in Germany or Bratislava because it was an Austrian visa. I need to be not in Austria. I was like, can I go to the embassy in Germany for this thing? And then I got an email back, very political. No. You need to follow. These are the steps that you need to follow. You need to go to Australia, get the thing, or you need to somehow coordinate with someone in New Zealand to get your passport sent to Australia. Dodgy shit. And then New Zealand went into level 4 lockdown, which means like nothing's happening. And I sent an email to the exact same guy a week late. From his perspective, nothing changed. But a week later, I sent an email to the same guy that said, like, no, you're not allowed to come here. Like, what about now? And I got, I enjoyed the response. It was a very, like, I hate you, but yes. It's like, I hate everything you represent, but you get your way. And I'm like, yeah, see? The country just needed to shut down. Got my way.
Jesse invited you to an event. You invited me to CKDS Radio.
I invited you to
Thank you.
CKDS Radio.
Much easier to maintain focus. So my mother liked the thing. She said nothing. She's been here quietly, sneakily.
She's been here.
People coming in sneakily. Sneakily.
Sneakily. I have my phone somewhere.
You underestimate the sneaky.
Yeah. So yeah, New Zealand shut down so I could leave.
I don't understand why they wouldn't let you leave.
But I did need to leave some bottles of wine behind.
Did you?
No, 13.
That's not some.
No, I wanted to fly with 13. I think I left 6. Maybe 7.
Why? Why wouldn't they let you fly with it? It's not like it was an apple.
Because normally when you fly and your suitcase is overweight, you book an extra suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like maybe €100, whatever, and then you carry on flight. They were charging by the kilo.
Yeah.
So for me to fly with the wine would have cost me about $1,000. And
do you not weigh your cases before you go to the airport?
I knew it was substantially overweight, but I had split it into 2.
Yeah.
But instead of being able to just book an extra suitcase for €100 or something reasonable, I needed to pay for every kilo I was overweight.
But couldn't you have added that on your thing before you went to the airport?
No.
Because,
It wasn't an option to add it before.
Because most of the airlines I fly with, they say, like, you know, book it before, because if we have to do it when you get here, you're going to be
Yeah, it was
hand over the counter aggressively.
The issue I ran into is as a multi-provider. It's from New Zealand to Europe, so it's like, there's no direct flight. So it was different carriers, and there's like, no. Everything about you sucks. Give us a lot of money, or leave the wine. So it's like, all right, I left a towel, polished my shoes, left the towel, left the cream, left the wine, and then it's the only time I ever got paged. Like, Joseph Plant, that's me. They want me. You left a wine. Yeah. Okay.
You made me.
Enjoy. It's great wine. It's like, I don't know what else you wanted me to say.
I'm meticulous. I measure everything.
I imagine.
I feel like you've got some sort of stereotype in your mind about me. It's irritating because I was trying.
I know. Your finger needs to be wet. Dip it in the wine.
I don't resonate, mate.
You gotta dip it in the, like.
I just dipped it in the wine.
Yeah, you dip the tip. You gotta, like, get in there.
It's like a siren.
Because you got just the tip. You gotta really, like, dip it in there.
No, my siren. Oh, there we go. Enjoy, Spotify.
Alright.
I thought the issue was my wine glass was too cheap.
Oh, no. It worked. It's got the bell shape. As long as you have the bell shape and a wet finger, you can make it happen.
Okie dokie. Oh.
Context. Phrasing is context dependent. We are talking about making sound with wine glasses.
Did you ever watch Archer? No.
Archer? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, phrasing.
Danger zone.
Ladder. Danger zone.
This is black. This is different black. Yeah, I watched quite a few.
You arrange my suit by the order of blackness. Yeah.
These are all the same. No.
This is black and this is a slightly darker black. I love what they did as well with because the actor who played Woodhouse died between seasons, and they made a whole season about Archer looking for Woodhouse, and even when the actor who played his stepdad died, and the way they wrote him out, and then the actress who played his mum died, and the way they wrote them out together, it was quite heartfelt. You could tell they were like a family when they met. They'd all bonded together making the show. The storyends were fantastic for them. It's a fairly juvenile adult cartoon, but there are moments in it that really pluck at the heartstrings.
See, I don't know why, but for me, it's hard to picture people making cartoons
Why?
like in one room. I don't know. And I've seen the recordings where it's like, yeah, it makes sense that people are doing the voices. It's just because it's cartoons.
It's magic. It's witchcraft. There is a place full of cartoon people, and they just film it.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's when I see actual people doing the voices, it's like, oh right, I guess that is how it would need to be done.
But yeah, you got to. You got to draw it, and then there has to be a voice.
There needs to be a voice.
Yeah. I mean, these days it'll be soon enough. It'll just all be bloody AI, and all of the time I spent studying film creation will have no meaning whatsoever.
I think people still want people. AI's
People want people, but you've got to be able to compete with a multi-billion-dollar industry that's already in everyone's homes. And I'm already doing that on so many angles. I'm not sure I can take on another one.
What do you mean?
Well, the only way for you to prevent major studios replacing everything with AI generation is for you to replace the major studio.
And I think that's happening more and more.
We'll see as we go forward.
Because especially major studios, if anything, people at home will be using AI generated, but major studios, they want the human element. They want
the biggest return of interest for the smallest cash output. It's all business. The human element is deteriorating.
But as like if you leave the human element behind, then like yeah, initially like right now, if you're thinking in the short term, you're gonna get massive return in interest.
As we addressed earlier in what may not have made it onto the video, they're always thinking short term. They're always thinking short term. We get years of bollocks. Do you know what? There was like almost a 10-year period without any real sci-fi or comedy shows. Everything was reality TV and panel because the return of interest was good. And
what do you mean panel?
A panel, I like panel shows, but panel shows are where you just have 4 or 6 people talking. But everything had become reality TV and panel.
Sounds boring.
It got boring. But they ran it for years on end because it was low investment. What's worse is when the era ended and they started slashing panel shows, they slashed the ones that were worth keeping. They were like, we're just getting rid of all the panel shows. People are tired of panel. And there's like, Mock the Week. Love Mock the Week. Cancelled it. Why would you cancel Mock the Week? Doesn't make any sense. People enjoyed the show. Like, that was a cheap return of interest that people were actually watching. You if anyone from a major studio is watching this, yeah, bit of advice. And I know you may think, I don't care if any advice from this guy. Who the hell does he think he is? Bit of advice, yeah? It's not all or nothing. Yeah, you can just keep the stuff that is good and get rid of the stuff that is bad. It's actually an option. Just a thought. So, yeah.
What do you mean it's not all or nothing?
That's what it seemed like. It was just a years of panel and reality, and then it was just suddenly, I think, more to do with serialized drama was the next step they took. Everyone was doing serialized drama. Everything was Downton Abbey and crap like that.
Yeah. I like standalones.
You like what?
Like movies. I find, especially now, I don't make the time for series.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
I make a bit of time for entertainment, Jessy.
Actually, generally my entertainment is when I come here. That's my entertainment for the week. Thursdays.
When you watch a film at home, I presume occasionally it happens.
Actually, we watched Zootopia recently.
What, you huddle around the laptop?
My phone. With the
you huddled around your phone?
With the stand that I stole from you. So we had the stand between us, and then we watched it. We pushed the couches together so that it'd be like one cocoon, and then we had the phone on the stand.
Jesse, if you two want to have a movie night, borrow a television. I've got them. They are fucking everywhere.
Four screens.
Borrow a fucking
5
TV.
screens within.
Borrow a fucking TV. Huddled up around a bloody mobile phone on a selfie stick.
But we traveled to New Zealand for 5 months in a van, and not every day was sunny.
I get that.
So, like, the selfie stick makes a huge difference. Imagine we watched the entire Lord of the Rings without the selfie stick. I had to hold it.
Let me show you something really cool.
For Lord of the Rings, they are long movies.
I'll show you something really cool. For
watching movies on your phone with your partner.
Yeah, if you absolutely insist on being a prat.
It's at the little projector.
No.
Oh.
These are just mobile phone stands.
But I have the stand.
So you put your phone in the back, and it's got a magnifier, and it makes it 12 inches in size.
Ah.
These were actually. This is technically old, or if you want to go old school, these are technically really old school. So back in the day, with the old TVs were quite small, and getting bigger was expensive. So they had these magnifier kits that you could put on your old 10-inch TV to make it a 15 or something like that. And they've made a bit of a comeback for mobile phones because they know everyone is watching, and less people actually have televisions. So you can get one of these, and it will take your screen from this big to about that big. If you insist on being weird.
Does it come with a stand?
You clip the phone in the back, and it is a stand. It's a stand with a magnifier.
But then I still feel like you need to put it on a table or something.
I mean, objectively, I would stand it on a table, yeah.
Because, like, okay, not that I condone this, but if you're, like, Netflix and meal, that would be perfect.
Netflix and what?
Netflix and meal?
Meal?
Yeah, you're eating a meal with a show.
Okay, so that's not the phrase. You know what the phrase is, right? Right, so the phrase is Netflix and chill.
Oh, yeah, that one I know.
And it's not about eating.
It's not about eating. Wow.
You know,
it could be. Tacos.
On a good day. It's I don't think I've ever heard anybody reasonably say Netflix and meal. It's just fucking TV dinner is what it is.
TV dinner. See, I didn't know that phrase.
You didn't know TV dinner?
No, I didn't.
That's been around since the 50s.
TV dinner. Like, if you're doing TV dinner, this box, perfect. Or laptop. I used to use my laptop. But for this, it's like we're laying on the couch, and we have it, and it's a good size. And then I like that it disappears when we're not doing it. So it's like, if we really want to watch something, we can. Comfortably, as long as Lily doesn't want. Like, our daughter, as long as it's only two of us.
When you leave here on a Friday, you could borrow the TV and drop it off another day. You know, you could have a Friday night movie with her on a decent sized screen.
But then we still need to put the TV somewhere.
Yes, you would. Stand it on something.
Yeah,
You've got a coffee table, no?
Yeah, but not sure they'd be comfortable.
What do you mean you're not sure you'd be comfortable? If you're moving the sofas to get around the phone, you're talking about unless Lily wants to watch, and then it's a problem. But if you borrow one of my 32-inch TVs, it's very quickly not a problem. Because Lily can watch it.
I mean, the couches are for 2.5 people.
Okay. I'm happy for you to borrow, because obviously I've brought this down here specifically. This is the TV from my bedroom, because I realised that I'd not actually turned it on for like a year.
That's good. The bedroom is for sleeping.
No, well, sometimes
bedroom is for sleep and sex.
Sometimes the PC, mine's not for either. sometimes the PC I use because the PC has a 32-inch LCD screen on for video editing. When I absolutely have something crucial that needs to be done, and I don't want to tie up my main PC, I set it up upstairs. But sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'll just watch some Plex on the PC screen. So I realised, like, if I actually, even when I'm watching something in my bedroom, I wasn't using this TV. So I thought, bring it down here as a monitor, but I'm only going to use it as a monitor on the days we're filming. So the interim days, if you want over the weekend to watch a film on a reasonable screen with your spouse, feel free to borrow it and not cuddle round a selfie stick. Cuddle by all means, but bigger screen. It's not good for you to be looking at a tiny screen like that. Like, I get the idea that you try and disconnect from like the TV in the centre and stuff, but those screens are so bad for your eyes. They're so bad for your eyes.
What makes them bad?
Well, because you're having to put your eyes are straining to put a lot of extra effort into focusing on the small surface area. It causes eye strain.
Huh.
The smaller the screen, the bigger the problem. It's actually one of the few advantages to the steadily increasing screen size of TVs over the years. Because like now they get up to like 100 inches within fucking $5,000. But back in when I was young, my first TV was 14 inches, and it would have been a couple £100 new. Well, my phone's 7. Oh my god. That TV was so small. Anyway.
It's like 2 of your phones.
It's like 2 of my phones on the diagonal. Wow. Except not, yeah, so, no, that's right. Not me.
I mean, it wouldn't be a perfect diagonal because unless you had a really rectangular TV.
No, because it was
Usually when they're
4x3.
Yeah, usually when they're that small, it's more squarish.
Yeah, 4x3 instead of 16:9. That's what I'm saying. No, but actually that is sort of right. Yeah, the mass area is the equivalent of my phone on a diagonal. Yeah, that is mental. I think it was black and white, the first one as well.
Oh, you're old.
I will clout you.
You just said your first TV was black and white.
I think it was.
I thought black and white TVs were in like the 20s.
You used to pay less for a TV license for a black and white TV. Not that bad. My mum had a colour TV, so we had to pay a colour TV license. But
just not for yours.
we had I'm sure. See, I don't ever invite my sister to the show because why would she listen? But we used to watch it in her room. We had I'm sure it was 14-inch black and white. I remember watching Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men, which was a. Do you ever see Bill and Ben?
No.
It's an old British show from the 50s with flower pot puppets. No real words. And various other things. And when Tanya got her money, because our godparents used to give us money when we came to a certain age, when she got her money, she quickly bought herself a 21-inch TV and I want to say a Video Plus VCR. Yeah.
What do you mean Video Plus?
Video Plus was a very clever VCR that when you recorded a show, it knew when the adverts were coming, skip them. You could look in the TV guide, it would have a Video Plus code. So you know, like where you go, like people would fail to record things because the VCR clock was wrong. With Video Plus, you could put in the Video Plus code from the TV guide, and the VCR would recognise when that code had been broadcasted and would record that show without any ads.
That's pretty smart. Yeah.
Magnetic Media DVR for the win. I don't think we ever used any of the Video Plus features, if I'm honest. Very few people did. Very few people actually use the Video Plus features. I've probably got a Video Plus over there in this pile. And then...
I mean, to be fair, I see 2 VCRs.
And a combo VCR DVD.
Well, that's what I mean. I see a VCR and a combo.
No, Super Drive VCR over there.
So 3 VCRs.
Yeah.
You're aware that they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, which is why I have so many.
I meant the thing that can be read by them.
What are you talking about?
A VCR.
You mean a VHS cassette?
Yeah.
Not only do they still make them, but if you were paying attention, you'd find that almost every electronic shop in the Czech Republic still sells the blank tapes. They're manufactured and resold here.
For what?
For me specifically, I assume. I don't know. They're still manufactured and sold here. If you look around somewhere, I've got sealed blank tapes for my projects that I have purchased here from the high street. 49 crowns a tape. Significantly more than a blank. There's a VCR in my room, in my living room. Well, that's DVHS. 1080p VCR, but a VCR nonetheless.
What's VCR stand for?
Video cassette recorder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And there's also a Betamax in the living room.
Yeah, but again, this is you.
Yes, I know.
That's what I wanted to mention earlier. You got the fans running.
Yeah! The parts came.
Well,
And you'll notice the screen's flickering less. Did you not notice we're not losing the video feed because it's getting hot?
oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Just you don't notice the absence of a problem. You notice the problem. You don't notice the absence.
You don't. I notice everything. Yeah, no. I meant to say to you earlier. I was quite pleased when it came.
No, that's good.
Actually, I was quite annoyed and then I was pleased because I was in the middle of something and the postman phoned me to say, I'm not the dough, which meant I had to run down the bloody driveway.
Just leave it there. Down in a minute.
I wish they would.
6 days later.
Such a long ass walk.
It's good for you. Steps.
I'm in the middle of things.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Like people, like I've got to get my 10,000 steps in. I'll go here. It's like I walked it into the drive back. It's too long. I need to build the house so far back. It's not even anywhere near the other gate. It's like smack bang in the middle between the two gates. Yeah.
It'd make a lot more sense at, one end.
Yeah. But they didn't pick it in. They went giant front garden, giant back garden.
To be fair, the back gate, there's nothing there.
Up there.
If you built the house there, then it'd just be an even longer drive.
No, if you go out there and turn right, that is the quickest way, the nearest Kaufland, which I often forget, and I end up shopping in places like Albert, but the Kaufland's actually significant better, and it's only a 3.5 kilometre walk. So it's quite nice. There's also about 2 kilometre walk that way, a nice Asian buffet.
I have not gone to an Asian buffet in so long.
There's one about 2 kilometres that way. There's not a lot of nice Asian buffets in Bernard, I'll be honest with you. This is not a country that will be known for its Chinese food. Other than, do you know what? I went to one little Asian shop here when I first came, and Nikki warned me not to. And they put ketchup on my chow mein. Anyway, they're dead now. Ketchup. Psychopath. They're like, people here like you. I was like, well, have you tried telling them to get out? Animals.
As a Brit, you are the minority.
I beg your pardon.
I understand this is a hard concept to understand.
You're all subjects of the Commonwealth. Most of you just don't realise it.
This is a part of the world that England didn't conquer.
Czech Republic.
Yeah.
I know. It's weird.
And you chose to live here.
It's
of all the places in the world that England conquered.
That's like one of 5 countries we didn't set foot in.
You chose the one.
Yeah. So, America wasn't here either. Where's the ketchup come from? Why is there ketchup on chow mein?
I thought ketchup was British.
Yeah, but my point is, the heathenness of that behaviour is very American.
What do you mean by heathen?
Americans are heathens.
That's just...
I apologise, audience, but not massively.
Continuing to use a word I don't understand. other than in that song.
Have you not seen the way they prepare some of their food? The
But
high
I don't know what
fat,
heathen means. What is heathen?
uncultured.
Ah.
I don't need to justify the word now that you understand the word.
No, now it's perfectly
I get it.
acceptable.
Yeah, now that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I just didn't know what the word meant.
Seeking Red used to be fairly big in America. I'm sure they're going to respond well to me calling them heathens over and over again. But
and then explaining what
yeah,
it means.
I need you
for those that didn't get offended by the word initially.
So all the audience goes, "What's a heathen?" How dare you? I know, like some of the American food I've had in the past has been very, why would you do this? And we live in a premise, and this is why I love Cali.
There's very little wine left.
Oh, we've done all right tonight, haven't we?
I think it was mostly me, and you're just.
I'm just chilling.
Just chilling.
That's why I love Cali Ghost Hunter, right? Most Americans make jokes about Britain, and they say England conquered half the globe for spices and then didn't use any of them. But what it comes down to is most tourists don't actually go anywhere that prepare good food. They go places that prepare cheap food.
Fish and chips, baby.
Fish and chips is not cheap food, to be honest with you. I went with Drew. We went to Western Supermare 2 years ago, and I hadn't had fish and chips in ages. And it cost, I think, £28, which I'm gonna be honest, felt a bit steep.
That does sound a bit steep. You should go to New Zealand. It's more affordable there.
I imagine the flight would have cost me more.
It's worth it.
Even in Golden Place, the high street one, I think it was £12. It's quite a lot.
But actually, I think I had it in Australia quite a bit too.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, like never came to Canada.
Oh, that's weird.
We stuck to chicken, fried chicken. Although you go to the States and it's like two fried, or I don't even remember what the restaurant was, but it's like every single meal is like 2 chicken breasts and fries, 2 chicken breasts and salad. And it's like, why do you need 2? Like, I would be perfectly content.
That's like Sammy's. Sam's is it's 2 chicken breasts and rice, and 2 chicken breasts and fries, 2 chicken breasts and salad. Sam's does that. It's the 2 for
Sam, like Uncle Sam is the States.
It may be where Sam's chicken has come from.
That makes a lot of sense.
But there's one in Bournemouth. It's the go-to stop when you're drunk. Especially because Sam's moved right down the other end. I hope it's still there. Because Sam's moved to the busier end of the high street recently. I say recently, I don't know. I'm not there very often, but in between 2 of my visits, they moved. And we arrived, and Sh1t drove us from the airport back to Bournemouth, and bloody everything was closed except for Sam's. Godsend.
There's the place I lived in Australia, the first one, Mudgee. The place to go when you're drunk. There's one. BP gas station.
Ha!
Is the only place to get food. And you go, they have these fried chicken strips. It's a gas station. So
yeah.
You can imagine the quality. And I just remember like they were the saltiest thing you can imagine. And then you have the guy standing there with the salt shaker. You want some extra salt? Like, no! What? Like, the bar is closed. Why would I want extra salt? Like, I want something to eat that will not make me super thirsty. But then, it's the only thing available. So you go to BP, you get some chicken wing or chicken strips, and you carry on.
I have a question.
You have a question?
I'm going to look it up.
British Petroleum.
It's not British Petroleum anymore.
It's not British Petroleum.
No, not for a long time. See, this is fun because you've heard it called British. That's not what I was looking up. I was looking up the effects of salt on alcohol. But this is quite funny because obviously it was British Petroleum. Then America bought it, and then the oil spills started. The oil spills were not when it was in British hands. They were when it transferred into American hands. For when it transferred into American hands, they had the oil spills. They were very keen to say an incident with British Petroleum. They were very much trying to make it a Britain problem when it was actually caused by American budget cuts. We're sorry.
Rebranded. What is it now? Buddy's Petroleum?
It's a misconception America bought BP. In reality, it's been merging with American oil companies. Yes, that's the same thing. But this is my point. Google is trained to
America friendly.
be American friendly. BP has 2 headquarters. So BP America, which is where the oil leaks occurred, is in Houston. They still have the office in London.
Just one empty chair. And
I don't know what's there.
like, yeah, we still have an office in London, guys. Like, it's still super functional. I'm just picturing an empty chair with some dust on it and a computer that hasn't worked in 3 years.
I imagine there's people there. It's called BP International in London.
Oh, so now it's gone from British Petroleum to just BP.
Right, I love it. During the Horizon oil spill, control and response efforts were split. Houston, Texas, BP America was the primary operational control center. Yeah. I asked, who caused it? Yeah. Ultimately, the US government, of course, held BP Exploration and Production Inc., the US company, was responsible. But they kept saying British Petroleum. Had nothing to do with BP International or any of its UK offices. It was entirely the Americans. But they made a real effort. And this is the thing. Ultimately, the court held them responsible. This is the whole thing. They kept saying British Petroleum whenever they were talking on the news. They were like, I'm here from British Petroleum to say. I'm here from British Petroleum to say.
Of course.
They were really trying to enforce the idea that it's not us in America, it's British Petroleum. So you want to talk to those guys.
British Petroleum. Yeah.
I know we paid for the rig, but I mean, they told us to.
They told us what to do.
Yeah.
You remember the T? Still
But-
the same guys.
Yeah, same guys. It's them. But this is what makes me laugh. Yeah, Google's response to say, in reality, BP was never sold to America. It's been merging with American firms. Oh, so what you're saying is that Britain actually owns all the oil. So that's pretty cool. I wasn't aware that we owned all the oil. It's news to me, but that's fantastic. Trump has no reason to be invading Iran. He can't keep the oil anyway. The British control it all. I think that might not be true.
I mean, it's surprising that war is still even an option.
No.
You would think we'd come up with more efficient ways of collaborating.
They're not about collaborating Americans. Sorry, guys.
Or in Czech Republic.
Yeah, but
I'd still say Americans are more collaborative. Or at least Canadian. I don't know Americans that well. Canadians.
America spent 90% of their
Canadians, on the
existence
other
at
hand.
war. America spent 90% of its entire existence at war.
Okay, so Canadians are super collaborative because when
The British conquered the globe, we colonized most of it, and we haven't spent as much of our existence at war as America has.
So, when Canada was founded, they discovered this thing called winter, and it was quite difficult. So you had 2 options: you found a way to collaborate with your neighbors, or you died. That was it. Those were your options. So we became very collaborative people.
See, that's the thing. And you look at Australia, which was our criminal colony, and you look at America, which was our anti-oppressive colony. We've come here because we don't want to be oppressed. And I cannot believe that their criminal colony is one of the most reasonable ones, and the one that believes that was founded under the premise of they were being oppressed is the most oppressive colony we have. They are, though, aren't they? They talk about freedom, but their leaders are very much, if you're not doing it our way, then get stuffed.
They haven't learned the purple burger method.
They don't care about collaboration. Their leadership doesn't, anyway. Like, I've got a lot of, legitimately, I've got a lot of American friends who I love to pieces. And when I make these statements about Americans, I'm not talking about the citizens at all. I'm talking about the leadership. Nobody's voting these people and go, well, they're going to start a war. Most of them voted for Trump because he claimed to be the anti-war president. You know how many people voted for him under the premise of he ran on no new wars?
And then started a war.
Every Thursday he started a war. He's probably starting a war now.
Now? Where?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Declaring war on random planets. Which I think he would have done if Space Force had taken off.
It didn't take off. But he promised.
Shocking.
He promised that Space Force would be a thing.
Shocking.
I was expecting Star Trek level ships by now.
Well, they've definitely got this comm badge.
It's not the same, Steve.
No, it's not.
I want beam me up capabilities.
Quantum entanglement is fairly sophisticated.
I want to be beamed.
Okay. Give it 20 years, they might be able to beam part of your beard. It's a lot of computational power.
If they were only capable of beaming part of my beard, I would rather watch them beam something else. Like, we're going to beam part of your beard. Like, I don't trust you.
We'll bring you bit by bit, Jesse.
I don't trust you to take the beard and not the brain. They both start with B, and if you can only do one...
Somebody call the doctor, we got another pile of goo.
Yeah. We beamed up the brain. Where's the rest of them? We have the brain. Where's the rest of them? What did you do?
So, Dr. McCoy hated the idea of being beaming. He wouldn't let people beam him. In Star Trek. Because he understood it. In Enterprise, they covered like the first time it was being installed and the first people being beamed because it wasn't protocol yet. I'm not sure I would trust early beam technology. I definitely wouldn't trust a holodeck.
Holodeck?
Holodeck, it's what they use for entertainment. It's always going wrong. It's a standard holodeck gone wrong scenario, boys. Standard mayhem. That's actually me and Talon were watching an episode that had just holodeck gone wrong when you called me earlier. We watched 10 minutes of it. They were in a Shakespeare setting and got hit by a train.
That sounds like things going wrong.
Yeah, it's not right.
No.
There was one with Moriarty. There's the
Moriarty.
Yeah.
From Sherlock.
Yeah. Because Data like to play Sherlock, but the problem with Data is he knows everything already. So like, make an opponent for Data who's capable of defeating him. And the computer's like, okay, yeah, no, if I give it like 100% of my brain, I can create a fully sentient AI. And then Moriarty took over the whole ship. It was alright, actually, to be honest with Moriarty.
I mean, he just wants to be understood.
Well, he transcended, when he understood that he was like a character, he sort of moved beyond the realms of wanting to take over the ship. He wanted to be able to leave the holodeck eventually. He agreed to being shut down, said like, put me in storage and wake me up when you have found a way for me to leave. I want to see the world. So he gave them back control of the ship, and then when they woke him up, I think he was maybe aware he'd been asleep or something, and he found out they hadn't made any progress, and he was a little pissed off. We had 2 Moriarty episodes. It was a good arc, Moriarty.
Yeah, I can just imagine an AI waking up 20 years later, like, are you ready for me? Like, man, listen. Like,
to be fair, it's only been 2 years, man. Nobody, like...
Nothing's changed.
Chill out, Moriarty.
Yeah, like you got another million years, and then we'll wake you up, and we'll be ready for you, like in Red Dwarf.
Everybody's
All
dead,
right,
Dave. Yeah, I think so. I think so, Jesse.
I think so.
It's 12:10.
It's 10 past 12.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to wake up at 5 to have a meditation with Jessy. That's not gonna happen.
You messaged me earlier.
Jessy?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I don't know. I don't read my messages very often.
Yeah,
It just
I
says,
know.
People get really upset about me. I message you. Yeah, okay.
Oh, nice.
I'm
There-
sorry.
Some people are scared to double text. I like fucking
No, just
quadruple text you.
pull yourself up to the top of my list if it's important eventually. Because the thing is, lots of people want me lots of the time, and if you're not on page 1 of my WhatsApp, I might not get back to you.
Yeah, so it's like I try both because I know you have 2 different WhatsApps, so I figure there's 2 different phones.
Oh, Jesse, buddy, we're close. We're 2 WhatsApp close.
Yeah,
I have
we're
4
2
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. You have 4.
I have 4.
I only have 2.
Yeah, you're not there yet, mate.
All right, we'll get there.
Amy is, I think, the first person to have all 4.
Amy.
Yeah.
She's the one that was sending you all the memes.
No.
No.
That's Alison.
Hmm.
Amy is the one handling the migration of the company. But we're old friends.
The social media person.
No. She's the bookkeeper.
Ah.
But we're old friends, but she's also a bookkeeper. She has all 4. She is the only person, I think, with all 4.
I mean, it makes sense. Why do you need to have 4 conversations going with one person?
The kids have 3.
They are your children, so
I know.
makes sense.
I should block them on some of them.
I mean, to be fair, it is actually helpful to have 2, because I know that if I have like something that requires action in one, I can still message you in another.
Yeah, see, I like that. I like to be able to have 2 separate conversations.
Yeah, like
I mean, like, this is super urgent. Hey, did you see this funny thing?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like it is useful to have at least 2.
Yeah,
I like people that have 2.
Yeah,
Like, all right, this is and actually I have 3 because we also talk on Messenger.
yeah.
So we have 3 conversations going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if there's something in both WhatsApps and I still want to send you something, it goes through Messenger.
Like the pan earlier. You said, "Do I want your cast iron pan?"
Oh yeah.
Did you remember to bring it?
No.
No.
Monica asked as we arrived. Like,
Oh damn! No, I did not.
I'll bring it on Thursday.
I do. Do you know, I want to try it. I want to try frying some eggs on the barbecue in the cast iron pan.
That'd be hard. I
can't-
don't know you'd get the heat.
Ooh, I don't know. But you know what?
You'll try it.
I want to find out.
Yeah.
Because I reckon I give a nice little smokiness to the egg.
Mm-hmm. I want to get a girdle.
I'm not sure you used the right word.
Probably not, based on
So-
your expression.
So a girdle is a piece of clothing you would use to constrain your waist.
No.
Do you mean a griddle?
Griddle. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, same letters, just slightly different ordering.
Because the stovetop we got specifically has the bridge,
Mhm.
and I want to like. I don't know if it's a design flaw or they just want you to be artistic with your cooking, but there's no marking. It's just a big black space. And
Oh.
like some of the space heats, some of it doesn't. You got to figure out what's what.
Oh no, shit.
So you put the pan somewhere, and then you notice 2 of your eggs are frying and 2 are still raw. Like, oh, I guess I gotta
Oh,
shimmy
no.
the pan.
That would annoy me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But because it has the bridge, I'd like to get like something that is the whole size, so I can do eggs and bacon.
Oh, so you want like a flat griddle to go on
Yeah.
top of your solar oven?
Yeah.
That is an unusual approach. I used to have a separate griddle that I plugged into the wall for specifically a heated griddle.
And that would probably be like consistent heating, but this is
And
the
it was
fancy magnetic.
it was a stone top griddle.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that'd be good.
yeah, it was good.
That'd be good.
I got my griddle in Lidl.
That'd be good shit.
Oh, it was nice. and it had for underneath it. There we go. It's one of these. It had for underneath it had 8 tiny. Hang on, it's angry at me because I've apparently got my VPN on.
And to be fair, initially I was telling Business Lab like, "Oh, I won't be there tomorrow morning," but then I realized I'm making a mistake because if I don't make it at 5 for the meditation, he still can. So I'm not gonna tell him I'm not gonna make it and give him an out. I'm gonna let him figure it out in the morning.
So it came with 8 tiny little pans.
Oh, that's not a mate. That's not a griddle. That's a raclette.
Right. So you know what you're saying?
Raclette.
That's not an English word, is it?
It's a very English word.
So
Raclette. Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Raclette. Yeah. Fucking love raclette. We do one every time I go to Canada. You do like mini pizza at the bottom, and then you do meat on top. You just marinate a bunch of different types of meat.
If I change it to griddle,
you still get a raclette. Yeah.
That should tell you something.
That it's a raclette. But a raclette is very specific. It's when you have the top and the bottom. Griddle for me is just the cooking.
The griddle's the top bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so,
that's a raclette.
Yeah, but the griddle is the top bit. That's still a griddle on top.
It's a griddle on top, but what you're showing me
the
is
entire device might be a raclette, but that's a griddle.
Yeah.
And in actual fact, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to put something on top of your oven.
Yeah.
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 So I had one of these, which I absolutely loved. Because you just knock all the eggs into the pans, get perfect.
I mean, that one's got horrible ratings, but
yeah, well, I didn't buy it from Alza. It does have horrible ratings.
Yeah, like 2.8.
Let's have a look.
And out of 6.
Let's have a look. Reviews. After the first use, the grill stone cracked in 2 places.
That.
Wow. Yeah,
that would warrant a 1-star rating.
That would warrant a 1-star rating. Don't buy this brand. I had mine for years. The stone never cracked. That's impressive.
Especially because they're designed to just be turned on. Like there's.
To be fair, there's only 4 reviews, and one of them was it's cracked, and it could easily be that person's a moron.
There's 3 1-star.
No, look. Oh yeah, there is.
Out of 6.
Yeah. Only one person took the time. No. 3 seems highly unusual. But there's only one person explaining why. I want to know why.
Because it fucking cracks immediately.
Yeah, I want to know all of them. I don't just want to know this guy. That's crazy. That's not okay, mate.
No.
Not that I need more kitchen utensils.
No, you
and fully electric griddle, but there you go.
We'll do a Christmas sometime. Because for me, raclette is Christmas time.
For me, it's a good way to make an English breakfast because you stick 8 eggs in the bottom, and then you throw the bacon on top, and then you do your mushrooms in the air fryer, and your sausages in your George Foreman. Wonderful.
I'm surprised to hear you call it a George Foreman.
What?
The sandwich press.
Well, first it's not a sandwich press. It's a fat reduction grill, isn't it? But the George Foreman is the popularised design. The fact that his failure to patent it in a way that presented 1,000 other versions of it is neither here nor there. I don't think he was the first, but he really streamlined the technology. So at least give him.
I bought one right before leaving Canada.
Yeah.
It stayed in a box for years, and then my dad sold it.
I used the living crap out of it.
I would if I had it, but I traveled with an immersion blender. It didn't seem to make sense to travel with a George Foreman. As much as I'd love to.
I need to buy a bigger one.
Although here they don't really have George. Yeah, what you have is a George Foreman. Here they have a lot of sandwich presses.
Yeah.
where it like forces it into these little triangles. It's like,
I've got a sandwich press somewhere.
all right.
I've got a donut maker in there.
Also, people are gonna be very confused because we said, "All right, we're leaving now." Like 20
We
minutes
got
ago,
distracted, yeah.
we got distracted by George Foreman.
I'm sort of hungry, Jesse.
You're hungry.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
You're right then.
I think so. I gotta take a train tomorrow.
I was going to say, yeah, she took the car.
Should take the car. Yeah.
I don't
Are we shooting a video in the morning?
No, see how we get on.
See how we go. All right.
Yeah. Probably won't be the morning. I put wine in me, I might sleep. And if I do, leave me alone.
Oh yeah. I'll make ads, and then you'll
I prove them when I get up.
look at them and be like, Jesse, this is fucking clickbait. I'm out.
Oh yeah, you know how I feel about the clickbait, Jesse. There's notifications.
Like people have been here the whole time.
Mark,
Hey, my dad commented.
Mark Plant commented.
What did he say?
I don't know if I click it, it'll fuck this page up. I'll look later.
So fuck the page.
No, we've got to log off first.
All right.
So this was shooting the shit with tired men in blankets.
This was shooting the
For
shit.
Almost 2 hours that came late. Whatever.
It happened.
It happened. We made it, right?
We made number 10. Double
Wow.
digits.
So much video to get onto Spotify.
There you go.
Have a good day, people.
Ciao.